MMP presents CrazyCraft 3.0, the Duplicator Tree. Hey, what's up guys? Kevin here, aka MMP, and welcome back for finally another episode of CrazyCraft. Been really looking forward to this, and thank you everybody for your patience. I know this episode's a little bit late, but yesterday we had some disaster stumble upon our CrazyCraft map here. It was very upsetting. We almost had to say goodbye to the beautiful volcanic layer here. I don't know exactly what happened, but somehow a whole bunch of the chunks in the world save got corrupted, and Rich, the CrazyCraft developer, was able to help me out, and he's just some kind of crazy coding wizard, and he was able to salvage the chunks, and we didn't wind up losing anything. It was some kind of a miracle. So as you can see, I came back in here, and I was so excited to have the map. I had to show the volcanic layer the appreciation that it deserves. I started reorganizing some things. I'll show you that in a second over there. Just gave us a little bit more space here down in the layer, so that we're not quite so cramped, a little bit more organized. And as you can see, I even got the backpack on. The infamous backpack that I was struggling with so much last week, and you guys gave me a bunch of tips in the comments, so thank you so much for that. I managed to get it on, and now we can actually access our backpack inventory, so it shouldn't be so much of a problem this week trying to store all of our goodies and everything that we plunder. We should be able to carry a lot more without having to leave stuff behind or make more frequent trips back. So that's awesome. Thanks a lot for helping out with that, guys. As you can also see, you guys were giving me tips about, trying to be more careful and using more armor, trying to protect myself instead of running around all willy-nilly in just my skivvies. So I went around and collected up a bunch of diamonds. They're all over the place. They're everywhere in CrazyCraft. And I put together a full set of diamond armor, so we're looking pretty good, at least by normal standards. By CrazyCraft standards, we've still got a ways to go. We've got a lot more stuff that we want to put together. Which will bring me in a second back to our goals for today. But first I just want to show you around a little bit, and let's see here. So as you can see, I made some more space over here. I just kind of reorganized all of our stuff so it's easier to find. We've got all of our dried spawn eggs in one place, and then we've got blocks and materials, food, tools and armor, random items, which is just like all the random CrazyCraft stuff that doesn't really have a specific category, and then our ATM from all of the money we have rightfully stolen from the different YouTubers we've stumbled across. And let's see, over here, I'm going to have to expand this out a little bit at some point, make it a little bit more homey. But, comfort isn't really our priority right now in CrazyCraft. We're trying to survive, and we're trying to get as many interesting and cool things as possible. So I'm sure over time we'll kind of deck out this little corner to be more of a comfy, cozy room. But for now, I've just got the bed and a nice little golden candle. And then, let's see, over here, this is going to be like a little, our ant warp pad. Last time we managed to get the red ant nest as well as a brown ant nest. And let's see, I think we actually had 2 brown ant nests. But I left 2 spaces here so that we can plug in a couple of other ant nests if we happen across them. And then the double ring of salt ore, which I found out is good for like killing the ants, so that if they, they come out and they start running across, they're not going to come and attack me in my bed. So that'll keep them in their place, as it should. And let's see, what else? I think that's pretty much all of the new stuff. I've got another corner over here that we haven't put anything into yet. But, save some space. You never know. CrazyCraft can never have too many corners. So I was researching up on some of the different parts of the game and different things that look really interesting. And, especially with last week being our first trip into the mining dimension and finding all kinds of cool different stuff down there. Between the amethyst and the different materials, and me realizing that you really just can't get by on just a sweet-ass fro alone. We really need some other stuff to be able to, utilize CrazyCraft to its fullest potential. So even with the diamond armor, it's good enough for now, but it's not going to get us past, a lot of the hurdles that we're going to come across here in CrazyCraft when we have to fight some of these tougher bosses and things. So I was reading up about the different materials like amethyst and the ultimate sets and stuff like that, and it seems like there are a lot of different materials that we're going to need a lot of. And the best way to get large amounts of very rare things is the duplicator tree. And I was reading up about that, I was watching a couple other videos, and it's something that spawns naturally in the mining dimension. And with this, I'm sure you guys already know, I don't know why I bother explaining these things to you, but if we plant one of these duplicator trees, any block that we place around it, it's going to duplicate and clone. so that if we find, 1 block of titanium, we've already got a bunch of uranium, that seems a little easier to come by, but if we find 1 block of titanium, then we can just clone it and easily make a whole bunch of the ultimate stuff. So that seems like a very, very worthwhile thing to try to hunt down. So I think today what we're going to do is head back into the mining dimension and fly around a bit, we'll get to that in a second, and try to find a duplicator tree so that we can come back here, plant it, and easily get whatever materials we happen across. All we need to do is find 1 of rare materials, and then we can just make them bountiful. So let's see, let's come back in here, and the fun part of this, let's see, where is it? Tools and armor, food, random items, I think? Yes, in one of the YouTuber statues, I had grabbed this, I don't know how you say it, drometer or drometer. It looks like some kind of a plane that I can spawn in. I don't know if this is going to work exactly, but I want to take this with me into the mining dimension and see if we can spawn this in so that it'll make it easier and we can fly around the mining dimension to try to spot one of those duplicator trees from above. And if that fails, we can always try to spawn a Chaz into the mining dimension and fly around on him. He's always there for us when we need him. So let me see, I gotta get oriented here. Where is there the ants over here? Alright guys, so I'm just gonna hang out over here for a few seconds and wait for some of the red ants to spawn, and then we'll pop up in the mining dimension and get down to business. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we made it into the mining dimension. I should have probably looked outside before I went ahead and clicked on the ant to make sure it was daytime, because we spawned in here at nighttime and it's probably crazy dangerous around here. But even if we try to take off right now and fly, I don't think we'd really be able to see very good at night. So I'm just going to poke around for a few minutes while it's nighttime until morning, try not to get killed, and when the sun comes up, then we'll fly around and look for that duplicator tree. Oh, there's a Pac-Man over there. Oh man, let's see. I wonder, actually, I brought a bow with me this time so that I'm not quite such an idiot and have to, run up and attack things hand to hand, like face to face. I wonder how much I'm gonna piss him off if I shoot him from way over here. That was a pretty huge fight with Chaz, though, that episode, whatever it was, like the second episode. So I don't think all the arrows in the world would actually be able to take him down. I'm probably just wasting arrows right now. Although I can save that baby dragon. I was off killing baby dragons last time, and I was reading up on those, or maybe you guys were telling me in the comments, and I guess you can actually tame them and help them like grow, and they'll become a full-size dragon, like a pet. I forget exactly what I had to give them to tame them, though. If it was raw meat or what. Anyways, we have to stay focused. We have to remember the mission at hand. I know that sound. That sounds like Mothra blowing stuff up somewhere around here. Hey there, little one. I'm pretty sure that I need to give you like raw meat or something, but maybe will you take a cooked meat? Will you take cooked steak? No, I need to give you raw meat, I guess. Alright, well, we'll find one of your brothers or sisters another time. Oh boy. Mothra's here. Mothra found us. Please don't kill me. Please just leave me alone. I'm not bothering anybody. Leave me alone. Oh, Mothra. Well, I guess I might as well try to fight it if it's not going to leave me alone. This bow is useless. I need an ultimate bow badly. If I could get up and actually reach the damn thing, I could hit it with the diamond sword, but... Oh, you are just gonna make sure I burn a fiery death, aren't you? Well, come on, let's see if I can't... Ooh, we're actually doing okay. We're doing okay. If I don't burn to death, I think we killed it. We killed it, but we might burn to death in the process. No, actually, we survived. And there are a whole bunch of butterflies everywhere. And I can kill you so that later I can become you. Oh, that's another thing. I was trying to figure out, last week I was trying to use the morph mod to morph into like either a butterfly or a bird so I could fly around like you guys were saying. And there was just all kinds of different stuff in the comments about, oh, you've got to kill the wither, oh, you've got to kill the kraken before you can actually use the flying part of it. So I wasn't sure what the truth was. So I went ahead straight to the source and asked Joe Buzz what the deal is. And apparently it's mob... I guess that dinosaur was hostile. He was just kind of hanging out there. I didn't think he was... Well, anyways, we'll come back. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Just had some lag issues, so we're good. And like I was saying, talked to Joe Buzz about the morph mod and the flying issue, and apparently it's not the Kraken, it is not the Wither, it's actually Mobzilla. We have to take down Mobzilla before we can fly using the morph mod. So it might be a while before we can get to that. We're going to have to continue taking advantage of our cephadromes, our chazes, and our hopefully plane. And since the sun is actually coming up now, why don't we drop this plane down if it's as simple as that? Oh, sweet, look at that. Oh, the thing's huge, though. I didn't think it was going to be that big. I don't know if I need more space to be able to take off. Let me see if I just right-click. How do I use it? Oh, there we go. Okay. This looks way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Weapon is G. Water dispenser, seed dispenser, fertilizer dispenser. Okay, so maybe this is meant for more like farming. Like doing large farms. But still, as long as we can look down, I think it'll work for these purposes. How do I take off? Oh no, alright, that got me out. Oh, there's no fuel in it. And we don't have any fuel. I wonder if I can just break this plane. Is that going to break it? Or will it put it back in my inventory so we can try it again at a different time? We don't have any fuel. Oh, sweet. I don't know where we got the blaze rods from. Maybe that came from Mothra? Along with the moth scales and some of this other stuff. Okay, cool. So we can use that to actually start making potions back in our lair, so that'll be helpful. Oh no. I'm afraid we might have to abandon the plane. I don't think there's any way to get it back into my inventory. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I just broke it. Awesome. Whew. That was close. Alright, so if the plane's not going to work today, I can either use the portal and just kind of warp my way around and look around for the duplicator tree from like the tops of these like peaks and stuff, or I can go back and grab a chaz that I can spawn in here. Let me try the portal way for a few minutes at least, because that sounds like more fun. Nothing against chaz, but I think that needs to be tried first. I'm just going to grab these eggs, and then we're going to portal our way around and look for one of those duplicator trees. Alright, so I think they are pretty rare, and I'm not even entirely sure how to identify them, but I watched a couple of videos and was trying to find some information, and it looks like the way you can easily identify them is if you just see like a single log, and it doesn't have like the normal inside of a log texture. It's just like bark all the way around. So I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for that, and if something else looks suspicious, then we'll try that out too. What is that? Is that like a full-size dragon? I think I need raw beef. I can't have the cooked stuff. I should have brought raw beef with me, if I can even tame the dragon like that. But alright, that'll be for another time. Stick with the plan. Let's portal our way. Did that land somewhere? Nope. It's gotta hit some kind of surface that's got at least a couple of blocks. Let's try over there. There we go. Sweet. Let me see. I think R is reset. Oh, but that's like doubled up now with the... hang on a second, guys. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, I was playing around as well when you guys were telling me about the dual wield, and I was looking in like the key bindings, because some of them were doubled up, like R, which is normally used to pull out the dual wield weapons. But I just disabled that for now so that I can use R to reset the portal. What are you? I think you are what killed me last time, aren't you? Are you what killed me? See, he looks... No, he's passive. He's a passive mob, so I don't know what killed me last time. And the sun's already going down. Oh boy, alright. This could prove to be harder than I thought. I knew it would be tough, because it's a rare item. Could be... It's so hard to tell, especially once the sun goes down. There's not enough light to see what's dirt and what might be wood. Why don't I get out of here for now, can rest up for the night, and then come back in the morning with a chaz and fly around. Oh man, there's another Mothra, and it's coming this way. Please, please spawn some red ants. Oh, yup, here he comes. Okay. Anytime now, red ants would be great. He's gonna blow up that block too, isn't he? I gotta... I knew this was gonna happen. Might be doing battle again with Mothra. Hopefully this new armor can save us again. Is there water nearby? I should just fight him close to water so I can put out these fires immediately. Alright, let's see what you got now. Come on, Mothra. Am I hitting it? Yeah, yep, okay. Getting there, getting there. Good, got. Awesome. Mothra ain't so tough. You ain't so bad. I saw that I had picked up another star, too. I wonder if that came from Mothra. I know these scales can be used for something, too. I forget if you can make, like, Mothra scale armor, or if they're just used for, like, part of a bigger tool. Because I know you need a ton of stuff to make a Big Bertha, which is probably like a good endgame goal. Something that we'll slowly work towards throughout the series while doing some other stuff. So, coast looks clear for now. I'm going to drop this ant nest back down. Hopefully they'll spawn before something even bigger and badder comes along. Oh boy, that sounds like bad news. Don't look at him. The baby dragon's attacking him. Wow, the balls on that one. Alright, I've got to get one of those baby dragons for sure. Oh, he killed it. Why are none of these ants spawning? Am I doing something wrong? Are they not supposed to be on stone? Even though that's exactly where I have them in my house. Dried wolf. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so we can get a dog. Sweet. Lurking terror. Is that a hat on the chicken? What is that? Oh, he's got a little turtle hat on. Sweet. Oh! 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 What just happened? Oh my god! Somebody make it stop! Oh! What was that? I guess that wasn't a hat. It said it was a clucky? Oh man. Alright, I guess those aren't chickens. If you kill one of those, I don't know if that's kind of like a Pandora's box and you have no idea what's going to happen. It can be kind of random. Or if that happens every time. I don't know. CrazyCraft! That was insane. Alright. So I have no idea where that was. Our ant nest is gone. But it's at least almost morning. So we weren't able to get back and get a Chaz. But we've still got the portal gun, so we can keep going with that strategy. At least until we find some more red ants. And hopefully we'll be able to stumble across a duplicator tree. These ender dragon spawn eggs seem pretty common. I already had one or two of those. Look at it. Man, those baby dragons go to battle, huh? Oh, what kind of ant are you? You're a termite, maybe? I think you're a termite. Yeah, termite. That's not going to help. The rainbow ants I've been told to stay away from because I think that dimension is a little bit glitchy or maybe even completely broken. So I'm going to stay away from you. Alright, what is this? Is this another... Yeah, it is. Alright, I have to try it. I have to find out if that happens every time. Oh, I guess, yeah, it's just random stuff. So I got a diamond sword from that one. Cool. Alright, sweet. Here's a red ant nest. Ooh, red ant. Red ant. Get. Got it. Cool. Alright, so it spawns us back over here every time. Oh, what is... Is that another, like, little lizard? Or, yeah, that looks like little lizard, I think. Can't see the front of it, but cool. Alright, what do you got for us, little lizard? Steel sword, thunder staff. Alright, that's new. Let's grab that, sure. I mean, why don't we just grab all of it since we have the backpack, so we've got more space. Looks clear. What's in here? We got a ruby, that's new. Onwards and upwards. Yeah, I knew we could climb vines. Maybe they just have to be on a block or something. Okay. Oh, it's over there, Stampy. And in here, nothing new. More name tags, cash. Nothing terribly exciting. Alright, I think this is the top level, maybe? Oh, no, there's more up there. Alright. So... Let's see, how can we... Let's just... Oh, whoa! You can jump on the lily pads? Leaping lilies. I want to take a couple of these home, because you never know. Alright, let's see if I can actually do this and grab the ladder. Yes! Okay. And on the top here, another Contron crystal. You guys have all been saying I need to use that to make the TARDIS, and I will at some point. I know I checked it out a little bit. I watched one of the videos, and it looks pretty complicated. But I'm definitely going to dive into it one of these days when I have the time to really read up and, you know, research how to use the thing properly. What are all these a block of uranium? These are all blocks of uranium. What? You kidding me? Who needs a duplicator tree when you've got little lizards around with huge blocks of uranium everywhere? Now all we need is a whole bunch of titanium, and Ultimate set is just game over. So much uranium. Alright, well that's probably pretty good for today. Let me grab one more. Not going to grab all of it, but we've already got a ton of uranium now, and we know exactly where this is if we ever need to come back and get more. So, I think, let me see, do we want to head back, or this was a pretty good find. Maybe we'll head over and check out Stampy before we head back. Why don't we do that? Graceful, graceful. Alright guys, so we made it inside Stampy. Let's see what kind of loot we can dig up in here. Okay, some more portal guns. No big deal, we've already got like 10 portal guns now. Let's climb up, another chest. More portal guns. I had no idea when I started playing this how common portal guns were. Alright guys, so I was on my way back to the lair, and I saw this gigantic, what does that say? Tobuscus statue? And I have no idea what it is, and I actually see something off over there that looks like a beacon. I don't know what that is either. Didn't see that before, but I feel like I have to check out at least this giant statue here. This could be a terrible idea. I don't know what's in here. There are... What? There's so much stuff in here. This would take so long to go through all of it. None of it seems really crazy. Maybe there's some better stuff at the top. A lot of boats. There's some cool, you know, there's some iron. Some like paintings and stuff. Let me see, I'm gonna snag a couple of paintings, I think. We'll just go to the tippity top first and then work our way down if there's something really awesome up there. Looks like it's more of the same all the way up. Yeah, looks like it's just a whole bunch of this really simple stuff. There's probably one crate. There's one chest that's got just awesome stuff in it. Alright, well I know where this place is now. So if you guys tell me something awesome is in here in the comments, then I can come back and find it. Alright, heading back home. I lied again. I know I said I was going home, and I promise after this we'll head back so we can get back to the mining dimension and focus on what we're supposed to be doing today. I just always get so distracted. There's so many interesting things. But this beacon over here, I really wanted to come over and check it out, find out what the deal was. If I could just kill this damn skeleton. What is this? Is there a beacon down there? There is. Can I just scoop it up? I can. Awesome. We got a beacon, just like that. Quartz stairs. So it looks like these are all iron blocks. If we have to, we can go back. Although I guess it doesn't matter. In my other series, in the MMP mansion, because we're just rampant, we are ripe with diamonds. I used diamonds to make the beacon's foundation, but I think it doesn't really matter. Whether you use diamonds or iron or whatever, it's just completely cosmetic and it still functions the same. So I might just be able to use iron blocks and make some awesome stuff. And make some awesome power-ups for the volcanic lair. So that's cool. Oh, honeydew, I'm home. Alright, so let's drop off a bunch of this stuff, scoop up Chaz's spawner, and then head back in, so hopefully we can find one of those, why can I never remember the name? The duplicator tree. I'll be sitting here waiting for a dance, and the happiness that died. Ooh. Alright, Chaz, time for you to do your magic. Poof! I love that sound. Alright, so let's scoop that up. Let's throw it back up here. Use some of this raw beef. There you go, big guy. And we are off. Awesome. So let's keep our eyes peeled. I might try to go through this a little more slowly than usual, just so we're not loading chunks in too quickly. Maybe we can avoid that corruption problem that happened last time. Alrighty. Let's keep our eyes peeled for like a single block, or like a single log. It's not a full tree, but it doesn't have like the normal center texture to a tree. It's just kind of got that bark texture all the way around. I hope that's actually right. I hope I'm looking for the right thing. Oh, we're going too quickly. We're lagging. That's just like a regular spruce tree. Yep, okay. So I'm pretty sure that I'm looking for the right thing. We might have to go a little bit, land for a few seconds, and then go a little further so that we're not loading too quickly. Why is there so much obsidian right here? Let's park this thing for a second. Ooh, what? What is that? It's like a whole bunch of books inside. Hang on, guys. More stuff. More shiny stuff to look at. Alright, let me off, Chaz. You stick tight, buddy. Don't go far. What? An Ender Knight spawner. Oh! Oh, man. Oh, was not ready for that. Okay. Okay, everybody just calm down. I don't know how tough those things are. They look scary as hell. I don't really want to fight them. Let's stay focused. We'll deal with this kind of stuff a different time. Alright, Chaz. Let's go. I'm going to have to use those blaze potions. I mean those blaze rods to make a potion stand. A brewing stand so that I can make some night vision potions. That would help out a lot. Can keep going at night like this. Well, we are struggling here, guys. It's nighttime. Can still kind of see okay, you know. Can't see the textures the best. But well enough that I can kind of swoop in for a closer look if I see something that looks like what we're after. But still, you know, I'd heard these things are rare, but they look pretty tough to come by. Well, guys, as you can see, it's daytime now. I was flying around straight through the night, and I think we're already about halfway through this day. What is that over there, though? So obviously I wasn't able to find... Hang on, I can't control like this. I wasn't able to find the duplicator tree yet. Let me land and check out this structure. I didn't notice that before. So, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to find it today. If you guys have any tips that you can put in the comments about if there's like particular places that it's easier or better to find them. You know, I had seen that in the mining dimension, you know, like I had said, and it's usually just like a single log. But if maybe I'm looking for the wrong thing, or if... Oh my god, what is this? If there's something else, like a particular structure, something I should be looking for, something they usually spawn close to, let me know in the comments if I'm looking in the wrong place. So I just want to check out whatever this is for a few seconds, and then maybe fly around for a couple minutes more. A nightmare. Ooh. Alright. Yikes. I'm going to keep my distance from this. So yeah, I'm going to saddle back up here, look around for a few more seconds, and if I can't find the duplicator tree today, then I'll take another look next time. If you guys have more tips, hopefully we'll have some better luck. And I think what we'll do, if we can't find it, we need to end on a high note. So something else I've been wanting to try is we can head back to base, wait until nightfall, and then I really want to see what happens when you shoot a portal onto the moon. So I think... Oh, Tiamat nest. Okay. Cool. So I think that'll probably be our conclusion if we cannot find the duplicator tree today. So I'm going to look around for a couple minutes and I'll be right back. We tried. We searched high, we searched low, searched everywhere in between, but no duplicator trees to be found. They weren't kidding when they said these things were rare. Alright, so I guess what we'll do is I'll start poking around, I'll find a red ant nest, get myself back into the real world, and dump all of the stuff that we found, wait for nightfall, and we can probably experience some fun new death by shooting a portal into the moon. So, I'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so we made it back home, dropped off most of the stuff, and I wandered back out here onto our nuclear test island of sorts where we opened up Pandora's box last time. Don't know exactly what happens when I shoot this portal gun at the moon, so I figured this was probably a safe place to be. As you can see, it didn't make it back exactly unscathed. Got a few arrows still sticking out of us, but anyhow, we've got the portal gun, it's nighttime, so we've got the moon, and before this spider starts attacking us and messing up our plans, why don't we go ahead, fire this bad boy off, and see exactly what happens here. So where's the moon? Alright, let me put one on the moon first, I guess. Did it make it? I think it made it. And then put one on the ground. Is it under the snow? Alright, let's put one on the ground. Oh! Oh! I guess that's it. I thought it was going to be more of a show, but I guess it just kind of sucks us out into space. So let's try that again. I want to actually shoot it a little bit further away this time. We'll put one up on the moon. Good. And then what happens if I put one down like over there? Oh, it's just sucking everything in. Alright. So this is more fun to watch than just shooting it right at my feet. Just instant death. So I can actually probably suck in like different... I guess it can't go through the water. I wish I could... I want to try to use something as a guinea pig here. This guy's going to get close in a second. Is he going to suck him out too? It's sucking all the blocks, but not him. The thing that we really... Oh, I think he's gone. I think he made it. That zombie. First zombie on the moon. Congratulations, sir. How about you? You want to go for a ride? Whoa! There you go. This is actually a pretty powerful weapon. I wonder if this would work on bigger things. You know, if we had something... I don't know if it would work on flying things, but maybe ground-based bosses. You know, if we're trying to fight like a, I don't know, a basilisk or something, if we could just have it sucked away to the moon, we wouldn't end up getting the drops. So that would kind of defeat the purpose, I guess. So maybe not such a good idea, but if we're just trying not to be bothered by something, just get rid of it quickly. That might work. So that could be kind of a cool weapon at night. If we're just being pestered by things, we don't need their drops, don't need the experience, so... Anyways, that was fun. So I think that's about it for this episode, guys. We didn't end up finding the duplicator tree like we wanted, but we did have some cool adventures. We found some awesome loot, some new stuff, and we got to finish the episode by shooting the portal into space and watching some stuff get sucked up into nowhere, so that was cool. If you did enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like, and if you have any suggestions or tips for next time, please leave those in the comments below. And that's about it, so I hope you guys have a good one, and as always, at ease, Minutemen.